specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And Kirk Market. Experience a world of choice.
And 100% Math. Invest in your child's academic success. Visit 100%math.com or call 547-9817.
And now, The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter.
Good morning, our faithful Radio Cayman listeners. You're listening to the Business Buzz this morning. We want to welcome you to another exciting episode of Radio Cayman's Business Buzz on this Thursday, the 23rd day of May 2024, right here in the Cayman Islands. I'm your guest host, Orrett. Our guests on this first segment of the Business Buzz, they are Apple and Kevin Winton, the co-founders of Fitted, a unique boutique-style business that's just recently opened in Grand Cayman. Apple and Kevin, welcome to the Business Buzz.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, tell us first about the name, Fitted.
Well, I think we just wanted something short. We wanted something that got to the point, so told people what we have to offer largely. So you come in, the first thing you're going to see is clothes. You're going to be fitted. But it doesn't just stop there. You can be fitted from head to toe. So we got hats, hair, shoes, you name it, bags, we have it.
Okay, so tell us about your journey as co-founders of Fitted. How did you get started in the industry? What was the driving force behind this?
Well, so I've come from a family where my mom also ran a small business. So I grew up seeing that. And then Kevin also, his sister runs a small business. So it's always been something that we've wanted to do. So we decided it was a brainchild for a few years. And we decided that, okay, we like clothes, we like hair, we like shoes. That's that. And it's something that we also want to get our children involved, because for me, that's very close to the heart, because that's what I grew up seeing. So yeah, that's how we got started.
Now, is there a particular demographic that you seek to cater to?
We're pretty inclusive. So we're inclusive in terms of size, so petite 2+, but we're also inclusive in terms of age. But if we were to try to narrow it down, the main people that we'd cater to would probably be between 18 to 35. Not to say that we don't have anything there, because like I said, we do have clothes for children. I think we could probably go as low as maybe a 3-year-old. But if the bulk of it would be that age range.
Okay, now you've only been in business for a few months, I think.
No, just a month now. Just about a month.
Just 1 month.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about your location, where you're located now, and what are your aspirations, for the future. Of course, we see some businesses that do very well in a particular environment, and then they decide, wow, things are going good. Why don't I expand? Mm-hmm. And it is extremely important that you have certain data points, that you know exactly what you're doing, because while you may be successful when you're small, when you start to expand, then you may not achieve the type of success that you achieved before. So as a visionary, what are your visions for the future of your company? And tell us, our listening and audience, now exactly where you're located as well.
Well, we're in Unit AA5 in Cayman Center, so that's Dorsey Drive. Other stores in the relevant location were just opposite the post office, Airport Park. So, like Cynical was located there before.
Yes.
So not in that exact unit now, but in that plaza. We have great parking, so you can come there at any time of the day, and you're definitely going to find good parking. It's a clean environment, kind of tucked away, but I think some of that spot became our prime location, purely price driven, because the market is very high and competitive out there when it comes to renting. And I think what we would love to do is try to expand in the future. However, I think Apple would also agree that we're trying to fine tune our expertise and our lines and stuff, and make sure that when we're able to expand, we can still offer the great range of pricing, because we really care about the pricing of our products. And one of the things that we try to do is reflect our savings from our distributors to our customers.
Okay.
And also, fashion is a very interesting market. Some would almost say like food, like some people have to have it, but again, as a fairly sizable guy, I always found it,
I like the way you put that.
real hard to find stuff around here,
Yes.
And one of our biggest goals is to try and bring that online shopping that we see a lot of our Caymanians and even our foreign nationals who reside here will resort to. It's kind of disheartening, and even me myself, when I thought about it in the past, it's kind of disheartening to think that you're willing to pre-advance in, let's say, a special event. You have to take and order something, and it's still going to turn out cheaper to order it. Wait for it to come. You can't size it. You can't fit it.
And if it doesn't fit,
and if it doesn't
difficult
fit
to return it.
it's no returning it, and then you've lost all that time, and you're probably, in my opinion, like what I have felt in my experiences, it's hard to find my size here on island, and it's these little things. As being consumers for so long, we're trying to make sure that we check all of those bases, carrying great varieties and sizes, the qualities, the trends, whatever is out there that's speaking. We're just trying to have it and fine tune that offering for the consumers.
Okay. Now you talk about your concern and dedication to your customers. What sort of personalized service do you offer at your store as well? Can you want to talk a little bit about that?
I think every experience is a personalized one. So firstly, another reason why we chose the location is it's beautifully spacious. And then we put a lot of work into making it welcome. And so the minute you walk in, it's warm and welcoming. There's someone at the till. They're always ready to greet you. Hello, welcome to Fitted. How can I help? And each item, so Kevin and I have specifically chosen each item. And we've made sure that it's something that we would wear. And if it's not something that we would wear, it's at least something that would be like, wow, that's very nice. Ourselves, as well as our employees, we know our products. So if you come in and there's something you want, tell us where you're going, tell us what colors you're working with, and we will get it for you. And we always tell people when they come in.
So you're stylist as well.
Of course. You can't just sell a piece of clothing. You can't just do that. It's so much more. And we service that. And that's why we ensure that we cover everything. If you're looking for shades, that'll just accessorize. We've got that too. So there was someone that walked in the other day, and she literally had her phone, and she was like, this is my son's shoe. These are the colors I'm working with. I need a shirt. And we were able to do it. And so just tell us what you want, And we've purposefully designed the store to ensure that it's not cluttered, because I don't like seeing that. And many people don't like seeing that when they enter into a business. It makes things hard to find. So just tell us, if there's something you're looking for. So if it's not at the front, don't worry, we've got stock.
Now, you spoke about the fact that, in choosing your clothing and accessories, that you basically use yourselves as the model for it. But if someone wanted a particular item, are you able to take orders and source those items for them as well?
We'll be looking to try stuff like that in the future. That will be coming online when we probably bring our website online as well. So we'll be able to then provide other options that we may not be carrying in line from our distributors. Yeah.
And in the interim, if there's something that you want and a few people have noticed it, like, we are constantly bringing things in, because that's fashion. You have to be on it.
Yes.
So if we're constantly hearing about something, don't you worry. You'll see it very soon.
Sure.
Let's talk a little bit about about advertising. Only 1 month or so in business so far. We know that in Cayman, word of mouth is a huge advertiser, but we also have social media platforms these days as well. Talk about how your outreach. How do you reach people?
So we're currently on, and I keep looking at Kevin because I'm not good with the names, but we're currently on Instagram and on TikTok. Our handle is Fitted345. We try to post daily, but if we don't worry, you'll get a double dose the next day. But we're very blessed, and we're very strategic in that, of course, we'll do still shots of some of the items that we have, but our clothes are meant to be worn by the average person. So you'll see that in our posts, we have everyday people modeling our gear, because that's you're going to wear it. We want you to be comfortable. So that's what we're currently doing. We're currently on those platforms, and we're posting.
Okay, we're going to soon take a commercial break, but I think we can fit, another question in before then. And we know that, and you spoke earlier about the competitiveness, in Cayman now as far as, clothing and everything else is concerned. And as a new business, can you speak about some of the challenges that you have encountered so far, or not necessarily challenges, but some of the good things about opening a business in Cayman? We know in the past people, complain about the length of time it took to get a trade and business license or something, of that nature. How has it worked out for you?
I will agree. It did take a little time to get the TBL, but we are still grateful. So we thank all relevant parties with respect to that. I think our biggest struggle, and it's something we touched on earlier, something you touched on earlier, would just be getting our name out there. Because humans are, they're creatures of habit. So, you probably already have that one store that you go to that you like their stuff, or you do online shopping because you think that's where you're going to get the best deal. So for us, it's just been getting our name out. I think if we were to do things over, we definitely start the advertising before we even launched. But otherwise, the welcome, people who have come, it's been great. They're reposting. People are volunteering to model our gear. People are in love with the quality, but most importantly, they're in love with the pricing. Yeah, so because that's something that's very important to us. So we're getting very positive feedback, but it's just keeping that momentum and letting people know we're here.
Okay, folks, we're going to take a commercial break. The conversation is taking place with Apple and Kevin Winton, who are the co-founders of Fitted, a unique boutique-style business that's just recently opened in Grand Cayman. Please stay tuned. The Business Buzz will be back shortly.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
Richard Ellsworth Bush, 1860-1944.
Richard Ellsworth Bush went to sea at the age of 16. His parents passed away in 1887, and he took care of his sisters and brothers. He was one of the few men in the Cayman Islands who had a Master Mariner certificate from England. He was also a boat builder, modeling, building, and sailing 4 vessels: the Firefly, the Lily, the Gladwin, and the 79-ton Klosking, which he co-owned with 2 other men. Richard Bush saved 2 men from drowning during the storms in Georgetown Harbor. Richard Bush was the father of Gladwin Bush, better known as Miss Lassie.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Kaleidoscope of Hope, the Alex Panton Foundation's signature gala, Saturday, May 25th, Marriott Beach Resort. Exploring and developing, implementing suicide prevention, mental health resolution focused on children and young people in our community. Kaleidoscope of Hope, the Alex Panton Foundation Gala, supported by Rotary Central. Get your tickets now. ally.spears@outlook.com. That's ALLY.SPEIRS@outlook.com. Rotary Central, creating hope in the world.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
Investing in our children's academic success and future career is a no-brainer. Isn't it time we stop with the excuses? With 100% Math, you can take charge now. There's no reason for your children to fall behind in math again. Since 2011, 100% Math has prepared students for exams in IB, HL, SL Math, and CSEC and enrichment programs for gifted students. Visit 100%math.com or call or WhatsApp 547-9817. That's 547-9817. No more excuses. Set your child up for success today with 100% Math.
Water Authority Cayman wishes to inform its Cayman Brac customers that there will be temporary interruptions to water service in the upcoming week from Tuesday 21st May to Friday 24th May between the hours of 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on specified days. Affected streets are Terrace Drive, Cottage Drive, Driftwood Drive, Sandpaper Drive, Morey Drive, and Limestone Drive. Customers who will be affected will receive a door hanger notice, which will be delivered the day before service is scheduled to be interrupted. An additional door hanger notice will also be delivered upon restoration of water service. These service interruptions are to facilitate our ongoing leak detection project. The aim is to enhance our system's integrity by identifying and repairing all possible leaks. We advise customers to store enough water for personal use during service interruptions and limit the use of water-intensive appliances. For further information, customers may contact the customer service team in Cayman Brac by calling 948-1403 or emailing braccs@waterauthority.ky.
Welcome to the heart of Cayman's art scene, where creativity thrives and community gathers. Join us Friday, May 24th for a spectacular evening at Art in the City in partnership with Cayman Art Week Central. Enjoy happy hour from 5 to 7 p.m. and free bus tours from 6 to 10 p.m. Explore galleries and pop-up exhibitions, meet artists, immerse yourself in diverse artworks, and make memories. Art lover or enthusiast, there's something for everyone, and it's all free. Let's celebrate creativity and community together at Art in the City. Visit CaymanArtWeek.com for details.
For the Health of It, heard on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. and repeated on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. Brought to you by UHealth International, University of Miami Health System. International patients go to UHealth International for consultations with renowned physicians, advanced treatment technologies, leading-edge medical therapies, and state-of-the-art surgical procedures. Whatever your particular reason for going to UHealth International, you will receive customized medical care delivered within a compassionate, multicultural setting. The care you need when you need it.
The Business Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. I am your guest host, Orrett Connor, in the studio. With me this morning are Kevin and Apple Winton, who are the co-founders of Fitted. Fitted is a unique boutique-style business that caters to the fashion needs of men, women, and children. Their style palette ranges from casual to smart casual wear with a touch of urban flair. They plan to expand their collection to include a select range of formal items in the future as well. Beyond clothing, they offer a variety of accessories, wigs, hair extensions, and essential hair care products. The store is conveniently located at Unit A5 Cayman Center on Roberts Drive and is open from Monday to Saturday between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Having opened just 4 weeks ago, they're thrilled with the response that they've received so far. So to stay updated with their latest collection and events, you can follow them on Instagram and TikTok by searching for Fitted345. So Kevin and April, we're going to talk. Apple, sorry. We're at April. April is in the studio here. Kevin and Apple, we're going to talk about the diversity. And off air, we were talking about the fact that Cayman is a small jurisdiction, and especially the women, if they go to a particular occasion, they don't want to see someone else wearing the same outfit that they are wearing. Or I use another analogy, and Kevin had an apt response for that one. If you're attending a wedding, you certainly don't want to outdress the bride, as well. So let's talk about that diversity.
So diversity is very important to us. So like we mentioned before, the first way in which you'll see that is through our sizing, right? So we cater to very small to very large, so petite to plus size. And that, that includes the little people, so children, and that includes adults as well. And then moving on, there are various styles. So I think sometimes you walk into an establishment and you look around and it's like, oh, it's just very short party clothes. And that's great. But when you come to us, that's not all you're going to get. Sometimes you might see a crop top. Sometimes you might see a long flowing dress. Or you might get jeans, which we have a beautiful selection of jeans. Yes. So please pop by. But so you do have that. And, the beauty is, and I think we might dive into this later, but I'll just touch on it now.
Go right ahead.
But,
go right ahead.
The beauty of having this range of diversity in a local business is not just that you can pop in at the last minute if you forgot something. But let's just say you sent someone or you popped by and you're like, oh gosh, that was the wrong size. Unlike our online friends, you can pop back in and say, actually, can I swap this? Provided you haven't worn it. But, that's the beauty of having hands on the ground. You know, we're aware of what the fashion trends are, and we're trying to meet them. And you get that, right? So, like, you know, in terms of diversity, you know, it's not just going to be, you know, the white tees, but don't worry, we've got off-white. You want graphics, we've got graphics, but we also have button-ups. So the diversity is there.
So what are the fashion trends these days? And I'll use traveling as one. In my young days, you know, if you were going to get on an aircraft, you got all dressed up. You got dressed up in your Sunday best. These days, and it may have been influenced somewhat by 9/11 and all of the travel restrictions, people are wearing shorts and slippers and trying to be as comfortable and functional as possible. What are the fashion trends these days? Tell us about some of them in your age group.
Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of hot demand for the graphics. People love that, to the point where some people are actually making their own. So you've got to really stay on what's relevant. So we've got Off-White, we've got the Lucky Charm rabbit ones. They love those. And you've got Moneyball. So we've got a few of those. Those are very hot at the moment. In terms of women trends, crop tops have always been a girl's best friend, and they are there. We're seeing a lot of bodysuits as well. But we are on an island, and people love to feel beautiful, even if it's casual. So a sundress never gets old. So we have those, and those are moving. And if we run out, people let us know. We need to get those back real quick. So those are in terms of like style trends. Those are there. In terms of hair, you know, black wigs are always a nice seller. Black braids, always a killer. And they're there, and we have those. We're seeing a nice trend towards the blonde or the brown movement right now, and so we have those. And we have lace, because lace is in right now. People want to have hair, but they want it to look natural. So we have that. We have all your glues and bonding materials required to ensure that will look natural and it will stay in place.
Okay. Now, as two young Caymanian entrepreneurs, how are you able to balance your work life and everything else? Do you both have you know, jobs otherwise as well?
Yes, it's not easy. It's not impossible. It does take commitment and respect for one another's time and the family's time. Discipline. We're also parents of 2 under 2. So, you know, it's a never a dull moment in the Winton home. You know, you're chasing someone, changing someone, feeding someone. There's a lot of interaction there with the family, because it's a very young and active family. But it, you know, it does pose its challenges, and I think for us, communication is a big thing.
Excellent. Now we're almost at the end. You know, when you're having fun, time always goes by real quickly. But I want to give both of you an opportunity for some closing comments. I want to reach out to those persons who are listening and watching, or family members, friends, or whatever. So we'll start with you, Kevin, and we'll let the boss have the last say.
Well, thank you, of course, for having us on. To the listeners, come on by the shop. Like we said, we have a wide range to offer. Other little things that we didn't get to touch on was our beauty creams and soaps and stuff. Nice, beautiful scented lotions and body sprays and stuff like that. So those are available as well. And just an overall nice, friendly atmosphere. And if we don't have it, I'm pretty sure we know where you can probably go and find it.
Excellent. Apple.
Yeah, just echoing what Kevin said. Thanks again for having us on. We'd like to thank our friends and family for all the support, because, you know, we've had to really buckle down to get the store launched, and we have managed to do so. It's a great environment. Just come out, and even if you don't fall within that 18 to 35 demographic, that just means that that's a lot of the popular stuff in there, but we've got things for everybody. So come in, check us out, follow us, give us a try.
Any advice for aspiring entrepreneurs in the Cayman Islands, those, especially within your age group who are aspiring to open a business? Any advice, sage advice that you can give to them?
Don't stop trying.
Yeah, keep your head up. Don't quit your day job on day one. Like it's important. It sounds bad, but we're really lucky in that we're passionate in what we do in the day to day, and we're passionate about this. But be sensible, and I say that with so much love. But yeah, you're gonna need funds. You're gonna need stability, and it's gonna start from where you currently are. So respect the process, and then use that time outside of that to plan and be strategic and invest in you, and it will happen.
Yeah.
Great advice, great advice. It's been my pleasure having both of you, Apple and Kevin.
Likewise.
And I'm happy to be guest hosting this morning to have you on the show as well. And I want to wish you all the best in your endeavors. And I will encourage family and friends to visit your store as well. Folks, that ends this segment of the Business Buzz. When we return, we will be talking about YMCA Cayman Islands. That will be after the 8 o'clock news. Don't change that dial. Please stay tuned. The Business Buzz will be back immediately after the 8 o'clock news.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. And studio time now by Foster's is 2 minutes past 8.
When you're on the go, the experienced team at Foster's Pharmacy are here to help. Drop off your prescription while you shop or WhatsApp us and we'll prepare it, ready for your arrival.
Whether you need prescription or over-the-counter medications, blood glucose testing, or advice on vitamins and supplements, we're here early in the morning to late at night. Both of our locations at our Camana Bay and airport stores are open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Monday to Saturday.
For more info, visit fosters.ky/pharmacy. Foster's Pharmacy. Better health because we care.
If they are talking about us,
living in your head rent-free all this time,
we must be relevant. Radio Cayman since 1976.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Kersley Fuller. The Central Planning Authority announces an updated public consultation session for Plan Cayman, the National Development Plan Planning Statement. Plan Cayman is the name of Cayman's long-range comprehensive development plan, which will be used to guide physical development and overall land use in Cayman. It's made up of 3 elements: a planning statement, area plans and zoning map, and the development and planning regulations. Now, government officials are asking for your feedback, launching a public consultation period on the planning statement, the first phase of the development plan review process. The consultation is just one stage in the development plan review process, which will also include the preparation of a series of area plans, which will also be made available for public consultation. You can find the full planning statement online at plancayman.ky. In-person and virtual meetings are scheduled for June between the 4th and 18th, and you can find the full schedule on our website, radiocayman.gov.ky, under Community Events. And speaking of public consultations, you're being invited to have your say on what's up for the National Health Strategy. CIGTV's Donna Bush brings us more from this week's virtual town hall meeting on the topic, featuring Chief Medical Officer Nick Gent.
The 10-year strategy will replace the last one, which was for 5 years. The new health strategy will be an agreed blueprint of health priorities for the next 10 years because the needs of the Cayman Islands population has changed.
People feel like the healthcare providers are taking advantage of them. What measures can be taken to change this perception?
It comes back to what I was saying before. Do people feel empowered in the system? Because it's very easy to go and see somebody who speaks down to them, tells them what they need, and people can leave feeling they've not been listened to. And in particular, that can be a problem if they've only got part of the story of the illness out of the way.
The next town hall meeting takes place in Cayman Brac at the Aston Ruddy Centre on June the 6th at 6:30 in the evening. The consultation is open to all Caymanians and residents of all ages, especially children, teens, and young people. Those with special health care needs, chronic illnesses, and those experiencing difficulty accessing health care services are also encouraged to provide their feedback as well. They have until May 31st to do that. You can do that by going online to the website gov.ky/health-wellness. You can also provide feedback by emailing mohfeedback@gov.ky or send a WhatsApp message to 936-4969.
Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which takes us out of the newscast. I'm Karsley Fuller.
BBC News, I'm John Shea. Britain's opposition leader says voters will have to choose between what he called continuing decline under the governing Conservatives and rebuilding the country under his Labour Party. Keir Starmer was campaigning a day after the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, called a snap election for 6 weeks from now. Taiwan's new president, William Lai, has promised to defend freedom and democracy after China launched military exercises around the island. Beijing said it was testing its ability to strike Taiwan, which it considers part of its own territory. Police in Russia have arrested another general in what appears to be a purge of the military. Vadim Shamarin, the Deputy Chief of General Staff, is the fourth senior official to be taken into custody since April. French police have detained a man suspected of planning to attack spectators at the Olympic torch relay as it passed through Bordeaux. Security has been stepped up along the route of the relay. Hamas officials in Gaza say Israeli forces have killed 35 Palestinians in airstrikes and ground battles. The Israeli military says its tanks are advancing through 2 areas of Rafah. The coffin of the late Iranian President Ibrahim Reyes has arrived in his home city of Mashhad, where he will be buried. He was killed in a helicopter crash on Sunday, along with Iran's foreign minister and 6 other passengers. Church bells have rung out across Serbia in protest ahead of a UN vote which could create an annual international day to mark the 1995 Srebrenica genocide. The Serbian Orthodox Church spoke of false and unjust accusations directed against the Serbian people. And the European Space Agency says its Euclid telescope has sent back the largest images of the universe ever taken from space. Astronomers say the images are at least 4 times sharper than those captured by ground-based telescopes. And that's the latest BBC World News.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
Now, more than ever, supporting your immune system is crucial to helping your body fight off illnesses like the common cold, the flu, and COVID-19. At ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road and in Buttontown, we carry all the essential vitamins and minerals to help support your immune system and improve your overall health. Some of our top immunity support picks are vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, and quercetin are the popular 7-in-1 immunity support. Our pharmacists are always on hand to help guide you and answer any questions. Visit ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road or Buttontown. Live happy, live healthy with ValueMed Pharmacy.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman with the latest up-to-date, accurate news and information. For your convenience, the headline news will be repeated on our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or download the Radio Cayman app in the App Store or log on to www.radiocayman.gov.ky and stay connected to what's happening in the community. Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
Are you ready for Cayman Art Week? From Wednesday 22nd to Sunday, May 26th, you'll find local art on show and for sale at more than 30 venues across all 3 Cayman Islands. Explore galleries and pop-up exhibitions anytime throughout the week or join one of our bus tours running in a different district each day. Admission is free and open to the public. You can check out what's happening and when at CaymanArtWeek.com.
Kaleidoscope of Hope, the Alex Panton Foundation's signature gala, Saturday, May 25th, Marriott Beach Resort. Exploring and developing, implementing suicide prevention, mental health resolution focused on children and young people in our community. Kaleidoscope of Hope, the Alex Panton Foundation Gala, supported by Rotary Central. Get your tickets now. ali.spears@outlook.com. That's ALLY.SPEIRS@outlook.com. Rotary Central, creating hope in the world.
The
The Ministry of Education and the Passport and Corporate Services Office remind all students traveling to and from school overseas to ensure their passports are valid for both travel and entry into their destination country. Passports should be renewed at least 10 weeks before departure, and any necessary student visas must be obtained. For passport services, contact the Passport and Corporate Services Office at 649-7678. For Ministry of Education scholarship inquiries, contact scholarships@gov.ky. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Education and the Passport and Corporate Services Office.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by
CG Britcade, where people come first.
I was undercover and had just recovered the stolen artwork, but...
Aunt Angie, what does this have to do with managing my insurance?
Well, long story long. I found the art thief in France, but ended up becoming somewhat of a local celebrity. So I had to stick around for a while. But I was able to handle all my insurance needs with CG's online portal.
The online portal. Safe, convenient, simple. CG Britcade. Good like that.
Good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Current temperature is 86 degrees. Relative humidity is 84%. The barometric pressure is 29.94 inches and rising. The wind is out of the east at 8 knots. Overnight low temperature was 82 degrees. Synopsis indicate weak pressure gradient across the northwest Caribbean will continue to support light to moderate winds and slight to moderate seas across the Cayman area during the next few days. Satellite images show a few low-level clouds over the Cayman area. Now the forecast for the Cayman Islands for today, calling for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers, and temperatures will be in the low 90s with a heat index near 107 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be east to southeast at 5 to 10 knots, and seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Pretty much the same for tonight, partly cloudy skies becoming cloudy at times with a 30% chance of late night showers, and temperatures dipping to the upper 70s tonight. Your winds will be east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, and seas will be moderate with wave heights of 3 to 5 feet. Today's high tide will occur this morning at 8:23, low tide this afternoon at 3:17, and a high tide again tonight at 10:30. Sunset will be at 6:55, sunrise tomorrow morning at 5:48, and the outlook is calling for similar weather conditions through Sunday morning. And that's the very latest on your weather report.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by
CG Britcade, where people come first.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
Top of the morning to you. Let's take a look this time at traffic. Traffic is heavy coming off of the Esther Tibbetts Highway. Slight delays expected, and slow-moving traffic on Crew Road heading to Georgetown, and steady bit flowing traffic coming off of Bobby Thompson Way as well as Hulda Avenue. Further up on Shamrock Road, traffic is moving on moderately. Linford Pearson Highway, steady traffic, and traffic is flowing moderately on Edward Street and Shedden Road. On the West Bay Road in Further Ritz, traffic is moderate in both directions, and traffic flowing at a good pace coming from the West Bay four-way stop. Owen Roberts Drive, moderate flow of traffic in both directions, and coming off of the Linford Pearson Highway on Agnes Way, traffic is steady. But that's what's happening on your roads. Join us again at about 10 minutes past 12. We'll give you another traffic update. Have a good morning and click it or ticket.
From boat days to beach gatherings, leave the catering to Subway. Choose from small and large sandwich platters, double meat wrap platters, and top it off with optional cookie platters for dessert. Or ask about our Subway box to go with the option of 6-inch or foot-long sandwich, 1 cookie, and 1 bag of chips for all occasions and celebrations. Let Subway focus on the food so you can focus on the fun. Visit subway.ky for catering options. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
Hey there, bargain hunters. Get ready for some serious savings at Cayman Turtle Center's tent sale. It's all happening Saturday, May 25th from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. But be quick because it's first come, first served. Swing by the Cayman Turtle Center courtyard and score amazing deals on everything you need. We have candles, kitchenware, clothing, swim gear, and a whole lot more waiting for you. Brought to you by Splash Gift Shop at Cayman Turtle Center. Visit Cayman Turtle Center's social media for more info. We'll see you there.
Tune in every Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. for Radio Cayman's Midday Newscast. Radio Cayman, the People's Station, your trusted official source for the latest news. The 12 p.m. news is proudly brought to you by Health City Cayman Islands. World-class healthcare within your reach.
The Council of Older Persons is proud to present the first Aging in the Cayman Islands Forum. This forum will be held on Saturday, 15th of June at Sir Vassal Johnson Hall at UCCI and is free to the public and open to all ages. Registration will open at 8:30. Presenters and topics aim to truly reflect the needs of Caymanians and residents so we can all age with dignity. For more information, visit www.gov.ky/Older Persons Council.
Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. My name is Orrett Connor and I'm filling in. I'm the guest host for Miss Kathy Miller. On this segment of the Business Buzz, we will be talking about the YMCA. And before I introduce my guests, I will give you some background information about the YMCA in the Cayman Islands. So the YMCA in the Cayman Islands was established in 2012 by a group of citizens led by Pastor Randa Van Cannell and Mike Flowers. They partnered with the YMCA of St. Petersburg in Florida to set up the local Y. The YMCA was introduced to the Cayman Islands community in November of 2012 at an event at the agriculture ground, which also initiated a community needs assessment. In October of 2013, the Y hired its first employee, CEO Greg Smith, followed by program coordinator Jenny Strusser, hope I'm pronouncing that right, Stusser, and Carl Morgan, and operations director Gillian Roffey. The YMCA began offering its first programs, including Family Fun, Fitness and Day Camp. In summer of 2014, the Y now hosts camps during every school break, serving up to 150 children a week. In 2014, the Cayman Islands Y was recognized as the 119th national movement in the Global YMCA Alliance. The YMCA's growth has been supported by individual and corporate founders' campaigns, enabling it to offer programs aligned with its focus areas, which are youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. So, it is my pleasure to welcome our guest in the studio, Mr. Serg Sandy, who's the YMCA Program Director, and Miss Gabriela Reyes, who is the YMCA HR Associate. Folks, good morning. Welcome to the Business Buzz.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. First of all, we want to talk about the mission of the YMCA in the Cayman Islands. Exactly what is your mission?
So mission really states, really simple. It's to help people reach their God-given potential by putting Christian principles into practice in ways that build healthy mind, body, and spirit for all. So the part that we focus on as an organization is providing opportunities and programming for all.
Okay. Anything else you want to add to that, Ms. Reyes?
No, Serg, said it all. We are here for all. That's why we're here in the community to help. It doesn't matter who you are, what background you have. We are here for all.
So we have seen in the 12 years that you have already established, quite a history in terms of your achievements in the Cayman Islands. Can you speak to some of the recent notable achievements that have occurred in the Cayman Islands as far as the Y is concerned?
Well, one of the things we really focus on, our main focus is on youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. So from a historical standpoint, just being, like we like to say, the new kids on the block since 2012, we pretty much offer programming that the community needs. And from the original inception of the launch of the organization, the community assessment kind of dictates some of the things we offer. So our staff, we like to say, we like to shuffle around the seat on the bus, because at any given week, month, or year, those programmings could change, right? So we're in school programming. We provide programming for kids. Sometimes we dabble a little bit in senior programming. We do water activities, we do ropes course, and we'll touch a little bit more on a lot of these things later on in the show, I'm sure.
Certainly. And we know that there are other organizations in the Cayman Islands that cater to basically the same demographics that you cater to as well. Do you see yourself as competing with them or complementing, what they do and trying to fill in some of the gaps and maybe even sometimes duplicating what others do as well? Because, we have a fairly large community in the Cayman Islands to cater to.
Correct. And I don't see it as competition necessarily. I see it as, we are filling a void necessarily that some may not have the opportunity to be granted the opportunity to join. So for us, it's like this is our civil duty to constantly keep providing various programming that people could participate in if they choose to not go somewhere else. It's not necessarily a competition for us, but more so a compliment.
So in your role as a program director, what does that involve?
Oh, on any given day, it could change. So I dabble in quite a few platforms in the organization, one of which we're going to kind of talk a little bit more this program in terms of our summer camp program.
Yes.
So that's one that we're going to be starting right July. So as an organization, anytime school is out, we provide camps. So that could be Easter camp, October camp, Christmas camp, February break camp. Once school is out, we essentially provide a traditional kind of sporting camp layout, and summer is kind of our big piece of the pie with 8 weeks of solid programming.
And Ms. Reyes, as the HR associate, tell us about your role.
So So like Serg was mentioning, we work with a lot of this program in the community. So my role is to hire.
Just bring the mic a little closer to you.
To hire, people, volunteers as well. So we have over 120 staff. So, we are currently, hiring for summer camp as well. In the new school year, which is approaching in September, we're going to be hiring a lot for the after school program. So, it never stops. So we are always hiring and looking for volunteers as well to serve and volunteers in all of our programs.
Okay, and we want to talk specifically about some of those programs. I'm just going to say to our listening and viewing audience, if you have any questions, we're encouraging you to call in if you so wish, but also you can send your questions to a WhatsApp number, 925-3261. We would welcome any questions that you may have about the YMCA and the programs that they offer, especially with the summer, coming up as well. I know, one of your extremely popular programs is, when you have the basketball sessions, as well. And I believe you have been noted for, bringing down some standout basketball players from the United States.
That's baseball.
Baseball.
Correct, yeah.
Okay,
baseball. So, yeah.
Okay.
This year we brought down some former and current MLB players. That's a whole separate department in our our branch of our organization. And one of the things some people don't know, the YMCA now owns and manages the Field of Dreams, which is kind of the home of the YMCA and future big picture home of the YMCA in terms of the facility layout. So we are heavily involved in baseball. It has been on the island for many, many years. And it's going to most people know it as Field of Dreams, but it's actually, it's the home. That's where some of our staff reside, and the traditional YMCA building is going to be built in the near future.
Okay. Now, we know that everyone is interested in summer camp, what's going to be happening for the summer as well. So do we want to delve into that a little bit at this point?
Sure. We're very happy. Being 2024, this is our 10th year of offering summer camps. And what a good anniversary, 10-year anniversary it is to launch this summer. One of the things we want to highlight is the parent handbook that we kind of launched a couple weeks ago. That's accessible on our website. So any parents that are interested to see the format and the layout of the camp program, it's all there in detail. What the weeks are going to look like, times, expectations, meals and all that stuff. So camp starts right as school closes. So it's 8 weeks. Regular hours is 8:30 to 4:30. And you can pay an additional of $35 if you would like to do extended hours. So you can drop off your kid as early as 7:45 and pick them up as late as 5:15. So we are full day programming, cater to the needs of many, of all, as our mission speaks about. Any information you need on camp can be received on our website. Our early bird pricing, which is something we want to highlight because we have launched camp for the last 4 weeks. But we do have our early bird special, which ends next week, Friday. So the 31st of May is kind of your last day to kind of get our early bird pricing that you can use for the entire week. So the maximum price you can pay is $320 for the entire week. That's $745 to $515, and you have an opportunity as of next week until next week, Friday, to get a 10% saving on that.
And what are the age range, of the youngsters that you cater to?
So the age range of our camp program is 5 to 12, and they are kind of separated by ages. So we kind of have like a typical class structure where 5 and 6 year olds kind of work together, 7 and 8 together, 9 and 10, and then 11 and 12. So they are separated. They usually come together at the start of the day when we have an assembly and the end of the day, but for the most part they are separated by groups throughout the day.
And we're going to go over to Miss HR. And for those persons who may be interested in working, helping out, either volunteering or otherwise, can you speak to that? How do they go about applying?
Yeah. So they can visit our website, YMCA and just go to the opportunities, and then the summer camp position is there available. They just have to complete an online application, and then it goes through an interviewing process. Sometimes we host group interviews where we have more than 10 persons at the same time, because we're trying to make it fun. Summer camp, it's all about fun for the kids. So they can just apply on the website, complete the application form, go through interview process, and if they're successful, they will have to go through some trainings for child protection, CPR, and all the good stuff.
Yeah, I was going to ask that question. If I'm a parent and I'm concerned about the welfare, of course I'll be concerned about the welfare of my child. So how do you sell your program to me to put me at that comfort level that I know everything is going to be all right?
Well, I would say, first of all, this is 10 years we've been doing this on island, but it's not the first, it's not 10 years we've been doing this in the world.
Yes.
And one of the things I want to highlight is the YMCA is a global organization. Actually, it's celebrating its 180th year this year. So a lot of the practices and systems that we have, we really haven't created it our own. We do work with organizations in the U.S., as you mentioned in the opening paragraph. So a lot of our staff training, comes from overseas, to say. So one of the things to put parents' mind at ease, all our staff will be CPR first aid trained. All our staff would be receiving Darkness to Light certificate, and all our staff goes through YMCA child protection training. That is a requirement by the organization once you're working with kids, and then all our staff goes through an intensive training program that kind of gets them ready for the summer camp program.
Okay, and the child protection training, that is specific to the YMCA, or is it through the local organizations that we have here?
So we use the local organization that's here, but we also provide our separate YMCA child protection certification as well.
Okay.
So they double up, essentially.
Excellent. So, folks, we're going to take a commercial break. When we return, the conversation will continue with the program director at the YMCA, Mr. Serg Sandy, and the HR associate at the YMCA here in the Cayman Islands, Miss Gabriela Reyes. So don't change that dial. Please stay tuned. If you have any questions or observations about the Y here in the Cayman Islands and their programs, please send them to us. Our WhatsApp number, 925-3261. Please stay tuned. The Business Buzz will be back shortly.
Elevate your child's math skills with 100% Math with premier math tutoring services under the expert guidance of our renowned mathematicians, Professor Emeritus Romain Angeloff and Dr. Mackenzie. Programs are designed to secure IB, HL, and SL Math, CSEC A-levels, and IGC SE success. Whether your child aims to get ahead or catch up, 100% Math is your partner in achieving their academic goals. Don't let your child's math skills lag. Visit us at 100%math.com or call or WhatsApp 547-9817.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Our rich and diverse natural environment is one of our most important assets. Strong coral reefs are our first line of defense against intense storm waves. Healthy seagrass beds and mangrove forests provide a nursery for the sea creatures we depend on, while our native forests stimulate our rain cycles and help to control inland flooding. Economic resilience requires environmental resilience.
The Business Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. I'm thinking I'm still on for the record, so I have to make sure that I pay attention. Otherwise, I will miss the cue when we're returning. So, folks, we're talking about the YMCA here in the Cayman Islands. The conversation is taking place with the program director, Mr. Serg Sandy, and the HR associate, Ms. Gabriela Reyes. We're talking about their summer program, but we're also going to be talking about CPR/AED and basic first aid training, and Ms. Reyes is going to take the lead on that. But Mrs. Sandy wants to wrap up as far as the summer camp is concerned as well. And I want him to speak to how many repeats do you get over the summer, and what is attributed to those repeats, or what has contributed to those persons wanting to come back to the program each summer?
I think one of the things we really strive ourselves on is parent reviews. So, at the end of our camp program, we usually send out a survey. And the elephant in the room, or the elephant outside in the Caribbean, is the heat.
Yes.
So it's one of the things where operating out of Field of Dreams, we kind of are starved for shaded areas. So we have moved around our camps at different locations to kind of hear parents cry and make sure we offering that kind of sun safety. And one of the things we're going to do this summer is kind of provide some portable shaded AC zones at the facility that's going to be able to combat against the summer tropical weathers that we've been enduring.
Yes.
So those are one of the ways in which we kind of make sure we are attracting repeat customers, repeat campers, because not only we focus on the safety aspect of it, and as Gabby talked about, we pride ourselves on fun, and as an adult, I see myself as a big kid. So it's one of those deals where we have to continue to recruit the best staff members to be able to understand that when we do group interviews, it's more in a play environment that we want to deliver quality programming that's going to continue to attract repeat campers. So just to wrap up real quick, we're going to be offering 8 weeks of summer camp.
Okay.
For the first time, we have launched on our parent handbook a different theme each week, so parents could go on there and see the theme of the week, which might attract their kids. We also offered various, sporting camps. We have sporting camp, we have baseball, softball camps, we even have a chef camp, so kids that are interested in cooking. That's a specialty type of camp, and we also offer a football camp. The sporting camps, just because they'll be outside quite a bit, those are half-day camps. All the other camps are full-day camps. So, I think the big highlight this summer, announcement, if to say, is the addition of the AC zones that we're going to be experimenting with to provide additional shaded zones for any parents that are concerned about the extreme temperatures that we'll be facing this summer.
And how can they reach out to the contact details?
So our website, YMCA or you can go phone us anytime at 926-9622. Registration, like I say, catch the early bird registration, ends next week, Friday, but registration is going to be open all summer long.
Okay. So, Ms. Reyes, I know what CPR is. I'm not sure what AED is, but we're going to be talking about CPR, AED, and basic first aid training as well.
Thank you so much.
Tell us about those.
What a perfect time to talk about CPR and AED. The CPR and AED awareness is just around the corner. It starts June 1st through the 7th. So just wanted to read something to the audience as well.
Sure.
According to the American Red Cross, more than 1,600 people suffer from cardiac arrest each day. That means that every day someone near you may need help at any moment. So, having these skills is very important. Knowing how to perform CPR or use a machine, which is AED, which stands for Automated External Defibrillator, could save a life. So we encourage everyone to get this training. It is important. the YMCA is an authorized training center through the HSI, which is the Health and Safety Institute. It's recognized worldwide. We offer a 2-year international certification. We offer the class, it's delivered in a blended learning format, which is the students will go through an online portion of the training, and then after they complete that portion, they will do their in-person class where they demonstrate their skills.
Mm-hmm. So you've spoken about the incidents, of, persons, going into cardiac arrest. So for the individual who will say, well, when am I going to be able to use, this training that I received? But you never know. You could be in a store shopping.
That's correct.
Constantly, you have people, you're in an aircraft and someone takes in, and the first thing they ask, do we have a doctor or a nurse there? And there's no one. Do you know CPR, as well? So speak a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's correct. Some people are scared. They don't know what to do in an emergency situation. So I always said, don't think about other people as well. Think about your family members, your child, your granddad, your grandmother, So I always say it's very important to know the skills, not to be nervous. You don't have to be a healthcare professional to know the skills as well. Anyone can take this training.
Okay, and how do we go about enrolling for that training as well?
Yeah, just visit our website, ymcacayman.ky, and then you will see the section for CPR and first aid training. We offer classes every month. The cost for this training is $125 per person for a 2-year certification, and each student will receive a CPR mask, which is a real mask that you can use in any real life events.
Okay. Excellent. So we're going to talk about some of the other programs that are offered by the Y as well. And this one is extremely, attractive, as well. Social responsibility, healthy living, and character development. Let's talk about those.
Those fall under the category of our main focus area of the organization, and that's not just a local focus, that's a global focus. As we speak right now, our CEO is currently in Mexico at a conference. So, I've been fortunate, a lot of our staff members have been fortunate to visit various YMCAs around the world. And so these are just core organizational values that we operate by. When we talk about various other programming that people will be more familiar with that we offer on island, as alluded to earlier on, is our baseball, softball program. We also manage the government extended after school program that's in every single government primary and secondary school on the islands, and I say islands because Cayman Brac is also included in there. We also offer teen programming. We also offer our ropes course, which is something, ropes course and team building, which we could kind of touch on later on.
Okay.
And so those are just some of the areas. We just launched last summer or last term our youth football focus program, which is our U6 and then the U8 programming.
Okay, we have a few questions from our listeners. I'll start, with this one, and it says, "Good morning. I just had a question with respect to the spiritual aspect of the YMCA and how this is included in the many programs that they offer across the various age groups. If they could give us some more information in that regard with respect to how this is implemented and how it's carried out in each of the programs within the community."
So how the organization was originated in 1844 in London, England, was by a group of Christian men. So the acronym stands for Young Men's Christian Association, and that men's is essentially falls under the biblical term of mankind. So it's not just about men. So one of the things that some organizations around the world, they don't even, we operate on some pretty much Y values of honesty, responsibility, caring, respect, and one is faith. But when we talk about faith for the Christian organization, like in North America, they have dropped the word faith because the connotative meaning most people associate from a religious standpoint. Well, if our mission says we are here for all, that kind of excludes people if we just focus on the Christianity part of it. So some of them in the North American region have dropped the faith aspect of it. But what the word faith actually means is a belief, right?
Yes.
So if we are here for all, we believe that if everybody's honest, caring, respectful, they believe in other things and they're caring, then the world will be a better thing. So that's why it's not just a Christian denominational programming that we offer. We are more so from a faith standpoint. We believe all things can be possible by everyone.
Okay, and I'm going to squeeze one more in before we go to a commercial break. This person says, good morning. I have applied to the YMCA but never received an answer. I used to be a volunteer coach for the Little League many years ago. So if a person has applied and haven't received a response, what should they do?
So just reach out to us at the email is hr@ymcacayman.ky. Like as mentioned, we receive tons of applications that sometimes some can just slip through the cracks. But it's we always try to make sure we reach out to everyone. So I'll encourage them to just reach out to hr@ymcacayman.ky to follow up on their application.
Okay, and another quick one, since this is along the same line, they wanted to know what's the age limit of seniors who are hired and their health factors, for example, in the ability of movement, their ability to move around.
It all depends on which programming they're applying to. If it's in the camp program, that's outside. Yes. That requires a certain level of mobility and energy, right? The sun is pretty daunting. So, if it's in our after school program, there are specialized areas that somebody will come in and if they are special when I say special, I mean like a specialized area they could develop. They could deliver something like arts and craft, Cayman heritage. Those are more like storytelling and stuff like that. So it just depends on what it is the needs of the programming is whoever it is we kind of make that exception for.
Excellent. Folks, we're going to take a commercial break right here on the Business Buzz. Don't change that dial. Please stay tuned. The Business Buzz will be back shortly.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
If you or your loved one is facing cancer, only Sylvester will stand firmly by your side at every step, from diagnosis through survivorship, providing you and your family peace of mind and assisting with everything you need before, during, and after your stay with us. Sylvester Comprehensive Cancer Center is South Florida's only NCI-designated cancer center and specializes in treating the most complex cancer cases. Your first-class cancer care is just a flight away. Learn more at sylvester.org.
In a world where physical health often takes the spotlight, let's not forget about our mental well-being. Mental health affects how we think, feel, and act in our daily lives. Taking care of our mental health means recognizing when we need help, seeking support from loved ones or professionals, and practicing self-care techniques like mindfulness and relaxation. Remember,
It's okay to not be okay sometimes. Let's break the stigma and prioritize mental health for a happier and healthier life. Your mind matters. This message is brought to you by the Lions Club of Grand Cayman, serving the Cayman Islands for over 50 years.
The National Council for Persons with Disabilities is proud to invite members of the public to visit their new website. With this modern, user-friendly design, the site offers accessibility features as well as information and resources for everyone, including persons with disabilities, caregivers, and those with long-term health conditions. The National Council for Persons with Disabilities has been striving to bring accessibility and inclusivity to all residents of the Cayman Islands since 2017. Find out more. Visit www.disabilitycouncil.gov.ky.
Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. We're in the last segment of the show this morning. I'm your host, Orrett Connor, or guest host, Orrett Connor, filling in for Miss Kathy Miller. We're talking about the YMCA in the Cayman Islands. The conversation is taking place with the YMCA HR associate, Miss Gabriela Reyes, and the program director at the YMCA, Mr. Serg Sandy. We're going to try to squeeze in as much as possible. I want to thank all of those listeners who sent their questions in as well. And if you have other questions, please send them in. We'll try to squeeze them in for the next 10 minutes or the remaining 10 minutes that we have on the show as well. And Mr. Sandy, I think you were going to clarify something because one of our listeners clarified that they were talking about the age limit in terms of the after-school program in terms of hiring.
Yeah, there is no age limit. It's essentially, the needs of the program. If you apply and the program director, Craig Robinson, they have their program in terms of layout of what they're looking for and what they're offering. So there really is no age limit on who we hire in that area.
Excellent. Okay, Mike is yours.
Yeah, we also wanted to touch base on the financial assistance. As mentioned, we are here to help the community. That's our main goal. Financial assistance, anyone can apply. Just reach out to us at info@ymcacayman.ky. That's info@ymcacayman.ky, or call 926-9622 for more information. Anyone can apply. Doesn't matter if you just say, okay, I can only just pay this amount of money. All the information will be provided to us, and then we'll take it from there. But anyone can apply.
And that includes the summer program, because I'm thinking, if there's a family, with 2 or 3 children, and they want them all to attend because they, want them to be there, as a family unit, that can be, financially stressful, for them as well. So can you dive a little deeper into the type of financial assistance?
So every year we have our annual caring campaign, which we go out and raise funds, and we raise funds specifically to offset some of these acts. Last year we gave away $200,000 in financial assistance.
Wow.
So we kind of have our own philanthropy department that kind of goes out and solicits funds from various organizations, and we pump that money right back into parents that may have multiple kids, that may have financial hardship, and that's how we're able to provide financial assistance for all our programs.
Excellent.
And on the topic of money, one of the things that we have going on right now is our second annual Little League raffle. In the past, Little League has done some raffles, the Baseball Association, but for the second year running, we are running a raffle which gives away first prize winners. We give away $100,000. And in addition to the $100,000 first prize this year, we are giving away $25,000 to the second prize winner, and we are giving away $10,000 to the third prize winner. Also, the person that sells the winning tickets gets to walk away with $2,500. So those tickets could be purchased on our YMCA website as well. Or if you feel like you would like to have a physical ticket, we could encourage you to kind of show up at the baseball facility sometime in the afternoon. The team there has physical tickets. We don't have long, as the raffle date that it's being drawn is on June 8th. And so this is your chance to kind of start your summer with 100,000 prize winning if you're feeling lucky.
Okay. I think we haven't time that we can talk about YMCA membership as well. Want to talk some about that?
Yeah, so as Serg mentioned before, our goal is to build a facility at the Field of Dreams. At that point of time, we'll be able to offer memberships, but at the moment, we are not offering any type of memberships to the community, but that is a part of our, dream. So coming up, once we have the more information on that, on our facility and memberships, we'll share that with the public. So just stay tuned on our social medias, Instagram and Facebook, for more information on that.
Okay. Volunteer event for 2024?
So like Serg mentioned as well, we have some fundraising events that are coming up this year. So we encourage people to volunteer. Again, visit the YMCA Cayman.ky for more information on how to apply. It's easy. Just complete an online application, which I'll be receiving, and then we'll just take it from there.
Okay. And we know that basically the next thing that will be coming up is, and that you're preparing for now, is summer camp as well. So let's hammer that home a little bit more.
Oh man, it's right around the corner. We start right July 2nd is the first day. That first week, it's a 4-day work week. So we offer in 4 days of camp, and then the last day of camp is August 23rd. So it's broken up by weeks with different themes each week. I can kind of list out some of those themes right now.
We have some time, yeah.
So for week 1, the theme is as a space and science. For week 2, it's a Disney adventure. For week 3, it's a ocean explorers. Week 4, because we know in Paris it's a big thing going on this summer, the Olympics. So we're going to have an Olympic theme camp. Week 5, it's animal awareness. Week 6 is kind of superheroes assemble. Week 7 is musical extravaganza, and week 8 is around the world. So we kind of make sure we're covering a wide array of topics that's going to interest kids from, and if we do have repeat campers, they're not just doing the same thing each week. Of course, some of the things that we do at swimming is swimming. So we will swim pretty much every week. We will play sports, but more your arts and craft and things like that will change based upon the theme. And things like chef camp, kids get to come. They're now, we are not a cooking show, so they'll be able to be doing some type of cooking, but how we deliver that program, and it's based around food and preparation of food and delivering of food. And of course your football camps, that speaks for itself. Your baseball camp, that speaks for itself. And also we are offering as well a softball camp. So all the ladies that are sitting at home, the younger kids that are interested in baseball as well as softball, they're more than welcome to participate in those camps.
And your facilitators for these things, do you sometimes use persons who are expert in the field and have some notoriety in the field as well?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it. We are not in the business of competing. So if somebody is an expert in this area, and they would love to collaborate, we reach out and we try our best to kind of bring them on board. But also, I have a very diverse background, as well as a lot of our senior staff. So when we build schedules and curriculums and stuff like that, we make sure we cover not just specific areas, but a broader variety, because we are not in the business of producing Olympic athletes. We're more in the business of inclusion for all. So a lot of what we offering is kind of like a drop in the bucket. And, if we're playing football, it's not, nobody's going to the World Cup tomorrow. Yes. It's more about let's work on team building, let's work on honesty, all our values.
Okay.
So,
I have a suggestion, and I just thought of this, and I'm not sure if you've included it in your activities before. But sustainability and food sustainability, we're seeing more and more local farms in the Cayman Islands, some that people don't even know about, what some of the local farmers are doing. Do you plan on exposing, our youngsters to, maybe doing a field trip, going out there and looking to see what the local farmers are doing to encourage them? Because it's going to become, with the heat that we're getting now and with the world population growing, it's going to become more and more competitive when it comes to sustainability.
Definitely. Historically, we have taken kids to numerous camps in Bordentown, in East End, just for that kind of things. One of the things we're exploring this summer is to introduce kids in compost. We would like in future when our facilities develop, it's one of the recycling hubs on island. So it's one of the things that we do introduce kids to, and we have been visiting the local farms because, as you know, we're in a tight jurisdiction here. So we have to really explore all avenues of field trips for kids, and farming is one of the things that all the turtle farm, and when we're doing animal exploration, of course a farm has to be in there because they have different types of animals. So we do that, and that's not foreign territory to us. Okay, we're going a little bit over time, but I want to give both of you an opportunity for some closing comments, and we'll let the lady have the last say. So Serg, we'll start with you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having us today. Again, any information on camps, you're more than welcome to visit our website. Our number is 926-9622. You can call anytime between the hours of 9 to 5 with any type of questions. Okay, Ms. Reyes.
Thank you so much for having us. It's been a great experience for me, first time here, as well as just to let our listeners know that our next CPR class is June 15th. So you can visit our website and register there, or call 926-9622 for questions on how to register. If you have any issues, just call us. We are here to help you.
Excellent. So we want to wish you all the best. Great things that the YMCA is doing in the Cayman Islands, and extremely grateful to have you here in the Cayman Islands contributing to our community and the development of our youngsters in the Cayman Islands as well. And thank you for the work that you do as well. Folks, it has been a pleasure guest hosting the Business Buzz. I want to thank all of you out there who have participated this morning, and I'm going to check the WhatsApp messages just for the last time to make sure that we haven't missed anyone. No more WhatsApp messages. Thank you all for participating. Have a great day. Please stay safe, and remember, summer program at the Y. If you have children, they also offer financial assistance as well. Contact them. They have a website that you can go on if you're interested in volunteering as well, or working in their camps or otherwise. Please contact them. Folks, have a great day. Please stay safe.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And Kirk Market. Experience a world of choice.
And 100% Math. Invest in your child's academic success. Visit 100%math.com or call 547-9817.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines.